Aegis Rim, 13 Sentinels. We've done 71% of the destruction. We've remembered 41% of the events, and we've analysed like 30% of the stuff. I was supposed to do some analysis, and I forgot, but we'll come back to that. Let's remember something else. We have made Juro Kurabe available to us again. Done quite a lot with this guy, but he does seem like the main character. So just an ordinary day, walking home from school as usual until a giant robot appears. My word. And I seem to remember one of his friends sort of knew more than they were letting on. Juro Kurabe's living situation with Megumi Yakushiji is discovered by Natsuno Minami, so he ends up having to accept her request of taking another lodger. Oh, back then, things felt so simple. He just had a couple of people living with him. It was a bit strange. Turns out one of those people from 40 years in the past, and another person knows about his secret amnesia and was like a past flame, sort of. Relentless nightmare. Juro Kurabe was hanging out Shu Amaguchi's house with Kyuta Shiba. He didn't want to go home, fearing that his nightmare of killing Megumi Yakushiji would end up happening in real life. So yeah, he's been avoiding her because he remembers in the future he goes on a murdering spree. Or was that the past? We don't know because of the way this game works. Juro Kurabe accidentally heard a conversation between Megumi Yakushiji and Renya Goto. He's troubled by the fact that there were another version of himself that goes by the name of Juro Izumu. What? Izumi. Yes, that's the correct one. So yeah, he, as we just recently learned, it's possible to completely lose your memories and just become a husk, and I think they built him from the ground up as a new person. Movie scene. After hearing about Yori's Fuyasaka's premonitions, Juro Kurabe started to recall a shootout dream where he told her about in the science room. Different from a different shootout he did. There's one with adult him and adult her as rebels fighting against some sort of sinister plot. But that might also make him a terrorist, which means 426 might be a goodie. Who knows? And it's also possible to just get nothing done and be in this section here. Anyway, 55% of the way through him. Some of the people we barely started. Maybe we should try and finish some people. Yes. And he is the main character after all, sort of. Oh, you.
Hey, Juro.
You've not been in it for ages. So I'm pretty sure this character here...
Oh yeah, almost forgot. I never finished reading this.
Okay, it's the same scene. So when you start the stories, you play the same scene again and again and again. So now we're sort of still doing that, but now we have different options. We're only going to be able to do that one video because we don't have the required key. This character here is not one of the playable characters, and in that very first scene, I haven't forgotten game, even though you've never brought it up again. He goes, "Wait a minute, you're not supposed to know that." So he's like a handler. And they did reveal that the videotapes they've been watching are actually reactivating their memories, so maybe he's got something to do with that because he's like a videotape friend. We'll talk
Let's
to.
Go.
Oh. It looks like these two. Some events are timed, so they're gone. Let's
So let me get this straight. Juro Izumi came from the future. He lost his memories due to some incident. And the damage was so bad he needed a whole new personality. That's how he became me. Juro Kurabe. It's so hard to believe.
It is difficult to believe.
But if it's true, that would explain why I kept feeling like something was off.
That's just general paranoia.
I tried asking her about that talk she had on the stairs, but she just dodged the question. She had a sad look on her face. In my dream, a woman and I went back in time to prevent the extinction of humanity. To do that, we had to blow up some sort of research facility. And, well, we did it. And if that weren't enough, we shot the researchers dead.
Gonna have to do that.
The woman I was with in that dream looked eerily similar to Fuyasaka-san. Minami-san suddenly showed up at my house, and then brought over Miura-kun out of nowhere. As if I didn't have enough problems with Yakushiji around. I always dreamed of living on my own. So much for that. Come to think of it, I saw Shiba-kun in a dream the other day. A pretty creepy one. Something about an android. That movie's a hidden gem. It's tough to get a hold of these days. Visitor from another world. In that movie, an alien's UFO breaks down. So he runs away to take refuge on Earth. There's a famous scene where he teleports onto a bridge. Terrible dream. That dream was awful. I was going around killing students. I shot so many. Like Fuyusaka-san and Yakushiji. If that was a real memory, does that mean I actually did all that?
Not all the characters have that all the time, and I kind of wish they did. It's a really good way of recapping certain things.
Hey, don't you want to go to Amiguchi-kun's place? You didn't bring it up today.
Well, I beat the game, so now we can hang out, you and me. Where do you want to go?
You are suspicious. Not just you. The nice girl there over there is suspicious as well. She's not actually done anything wrong, but she's in too many people's storylines to not be important.
Do you think that one video's still available for rent?
Probably. Want to go check?
Let's check the video store.
Okay, cool. Don't forget your bag.
I shan't. It's hanging. Yeah. What's important about my bag that I have to get it?
Hopefully no one's checked it out yet. We're out of luck, man. Video store's closed.
By the looks of it, I don't think it'll be reopening anytime soon. The windows were completely shattered.
It must have been part of that big gas explosion.
Oh, I saw that on TV. That was our video store?
So I got a bit distracted during that. Because of this flag here. I've been learning how to make shaders for 2D computer games, and I could feasibly make this flag. I was trying to figure out if it was 3D or not, but no. Why would you do 3D when you could just do that with a shader? But yeah. It's see-through as well. Yeah, it is slightly see-through. I think. I can't tell now. But yeah. What you do is, like, obviously there's that constant effect, the shadow of the thing going like that, and that's a graphic. That's there's light. It's literally a light dark like graphic that's applied, and then it knows to do that to it. And the way it wibble wobbles is probably a sine wave, but and that's not a pun because I know that's doing a sine. It's a sine wave. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I try and keep an eye out for things like that, see what they look like. And this game is entirely built out of little cool techniques. One I keep mentioning is how the light is drawn on all the characters. Like, so the light's coming from behind, so you look at his shoulders right now, they glint on the shoulders on the side from the backs, and whenever there's a computer in the room it will always shade them correctly, and it just looks really good. It's a really good technique. That's probably a shader as well, but yeah.
So what do we do? Just go home disappointed?
You don't have much of a choice.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Plot.
Miura-kun.
I was just going to notice he's got perpetual not Pixar face, the other company, DreamWorks face.
What are you doing here?
I followed you after school.
Pretty honest.
There was a gas leak in the shopping district. The explosion damaged buildings and shattered windows. I heard about it on the 7 a.m. news.
I can't remember what that actually was. Some event. It's important, obviously.
Is something wrong?
Tell me the truth, please. You don't need to play innocent.
You're talking to the one person who doesn't know anything.
You are a Sentinel pilot. How did you activate it?
Sentinel? What is that?
Are you telling me you've forgotten? It just happened the other day, right here.
Yes, that was... Oh god, we've reached the start of the game. Yes, these three were in the scene when that happened.
You mean the gas
Oh yes, the gas explosion is the mech turning up.
explosion? I heard about it, but...
That wasn't a gas explosion. It was you. You transmitted your Sentinel right over there.
Transmitted?
You talking about movies? I think I saw that one.
Yeah, so he's his... It seems like Kyuta's his handler, and he's not supposed to remember those events.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it. That did happen in one of the tapes you let me borrow.
Juro-kun. Who are you talking to?
Haha! I love all the references. And I somehow didn't even guess that that would happen. Because it is a guessable one. You're nobody!
This is one of my classmates. His name is Kyuta Shiba.
Where is he?
What? Shiba-kun? He's right next to us.
Sorry, but it's just you and me here.
Come on, Miura-kun. Wait. I think
You have a beautiful
this
mind.
has happened before.
So, did you check out that video I lent you?
Oh, I was like, oh, it's going to show me all the scenes. No, I have to play the scenes.
Yep. Watch the whole thing. I forgot to bring the tape back, though.
No rush, man. But you gotta tell me what you thought.
Well, in the end, the criminal took over the main guy's body. So I guess he ended up becoming a criminal himself. Not sure how to feel about it. I think it's pretty controversial.
Oh yeah? I thought the ending was awesome.
So yeah, all the videos, the girl in the TV explained this. All the videos are memories. So the implication was they were being given the videos to remember, but now this scene is saying that the videos are a way of contextual. I don't know, but yeah, like clearly, Kyuta's in charge of just keeping him not thinking about the future past.
Hey, why do you keep talking to yourself? Is everything okay?
That girl there, she is too innocent to not be important, because she's not a character in the story. She's in like all the girls' story, like as a like, oh, hello, I'm just sweet innocent me. Oh, look, is there a cat? And like she's too nice to not be evil. I hope she isn't. I hope they like want she exists just to be like just the hang on. Yeah, I hope she's just an NPC. But part of me hopes that.
I was talking to Shiba-kun.
Shiba? Who the heck is that?
You know, Kyuta Shiba. Our classmate?
There's no one with that name in our class.
Come to think of it, I saw Shiba-kun in a dream the other day. A pretty creepy one. Something about an android.
Wait, which dream was that? We don't get his personal history, which is annoying, because obviously he's not a main character. But finding the goddamn dreams in this is really difficult. I've tried before. Android Usuki. Like, if we go through Juro's events... Remain of Sumure Bridge... But, yeah, because it used to be 3 of them hang out, but then it became 2 of them hang out, and that's because it's always been 2 of them hanging out. I get that. That's the first scene. But, like, it's really difficult to find the dreams. Oh, whatever. I'm sure it will be explained.
Come to think of it, I saw a pretty...
Anyway, I'm just gonna get my bag and get out of here.
Hey, Kurabe-kun?
I know. The papers, right? I'll get them later. Listen. Kisaragi-san's acting strange. She's saying there's no one named Shiba-kun in our class.
Shiba? Who?
He's standing right there.
Kurabe-kun.
There's no one here to corroborate your story. The worst thing is I've said that pun like at least 12 times, but I swear, like, this is the opportunity that makes the most sense.
There's no one named Shiba here.
Like, he is genuinely looking for people to corroborate his story. Fuck all of you, I'm going home. Why are you following me around? Just going. Yeah, no, that don't.
Say something, Shiba-kun. They're being so mean.
Is this some kind of prank? Or...
Oh, I wanted a button right now to press. I couldn't find it. It's from It, the miniseries. The woman, what goes, why is he so mean? And that button would have been amazing right now. Now I'm going to sulk for like a second or so, and then I remembered I don't have all the time in the world, so I'm going to carry on. But that button would have been great.
Or are you talking to ghosts? Either way, it's not funny.
Me? A ghost? These girls need a better sense of humor. Let's go.
Shiba-kun?
I need to get my bag.
What's your deal? Let's get going already.
Hey, we grew up together, right?
Well, yeah. We've been best buds since grade school. What's gotten into you?
Something's just not right.
Something's not quite right.
It's odd. When I think about grade school, I don't remember him at all. I can't remember any times in middle school either. It's odd. When I think about grade school, I can't
It is odd. So odd I had to think about it twice.
Are you okay?
Pick up my bag.
You're taking their joke way too seriously.
It is strange, though. Shiba-kun? You said you've been with me all this time, but I can't seem to remember the details. I don't have any memories of our time together. Why do you think that is?
I should have known you'd figure it out.
What do you mean?
Guess I overdid it with the mind hacking lately.
I hate overdoing the mind hacking.
Let's not overthink this, okay? Here, take this tape with you. It's your next set of memories. Go home and watch it carefully.
I'm really enjoying the "We're fucking with you" music that's going on right now. I should have known that it was going to be a major plot point because I had to unlock it, right?
Okay.
Wait. Calm down.
I remember now. Shiba-kun is... I'm the only one who can see him.
Well, I can't be letting anyone else in on our little secret. I gotta get my shit together. When I'm not careful, I blow my cover.
Who are you?
Artificial Personality, 48Q. Codename QTA CBA.
Because the person who made it couldn't be asked to come up with a proper code name.
In other words, Kyuta, Shiba. I know, it's a bit of a stretch. But I had to come up with something that suited you. You get along well with this kind of guy, right?
Kyuta?
There's no use running. It's too late for that. I've already filled your head with transplanted memories. They're running all around in there, aren't they? But don't worry. Leave things to me and you'll be just fine.
Transplanted memories?
Yep. Mine.
Calm yourself. There's no one here.
Calm.
But he's right there in front of me.
You would have been better off not knowing any of this. What a shame.
So those movies were... Shiba-kun's memories.
Shiba's? No. My real name is Juro Izumi. You're not gonna remember this anyway. So chill out. Unless you want to look like a crazy person. Alright, my friend. I've got a new video for you. Just forget about the world for a bit. And watch this. You're gonna love it. It'll wipe your mind clean as a whistle.
They've got different shoes on.
No. Stop!
Juro-kun!
To be continued. Oh, I've got all the lurkers around and I'm going to be ending soon. 48Q. Okay, well that seems pretty significant. I won't lie. I just realised that is presumably, if we go to battle now, I have a hard time believing that it isn't the Juro Kurabe event. It isn't. It isn't the Juro Kurabe event. Fine. We'll redo this one. How much time do we... I don't have loads of time, but I think I've got time to do one last battle. Let's do a boss. I think we earn a boss. Who are we going to play with? Doesn't matter because I've unlocked all the stuff already. I do have to quickly figure out... No, hang on, this here. Finish the actuators. Cool. Who are we bringing with us? Juro, of course. She wasn't really in that story. You was.
No problem.
You briefly got mentioned. And that was it, unfortunately. We're gonna have to bring you anyway. You have a turret, don't you?
My turn.
And we'll bring one of you. Or one of you. Maybe we should always have 4 from there. I don't know. Let's just go for it. Right.
Daimo's signature.
I'm going to skip through this because I do know the plot already. No, I don't want to end battle. No.
Daimo's preparing to intercept. They look... And...
Hide. Okay, fair enough. Enemy gladiators nullify big damage. Got it. 7 gladiators. Oh yes, I remember this one. So spamming turrets might not work very well because they might not do 700 damage.
Can't mess this up.
But also, I'm still going to just totally do that.
Back me up.
I've got to do this. Lend us a hand.
Right.
I'll try. Here comes the pain. Got a target on this guy.
This isn't so hard.
Shit.
Jeez. They felt that.
Did?
Yes.
Yes.
They ought to be used to fights by now. Die already! Got him! What now?
Back. Oh, legs back. Lock. He's on super cool. Oh no, no, Molly Lock. Terrible idea.
What do I do?
Demolish Blade.
Chew on this! Take it! What can I do?
Get your gun.
Back me up!
So, what's my next? This is confirmed termination of Gladiator. Focus. Lend us a hand.
7 gladiators, right? We're going to be done.
Okay.
This is going to be done
What's the
immediately.
plan?
Looks like would be a great idea, but I can't do it unfortunately.
Okay, let's do this. Number 21 on
Are
the
we
move.
winning?
No.
Hold still! Nailed, they're on me. No point overthinking it. Here comes the pain! Got him! See ya!
Confirmed termination of Gladiator Daimo signature.
There's only
Warning. Daimo
Okay.
signature. Preparing to intercept.
We can do... gotta think.
Get your gun.
Back me up!
What do I do? We can do this. Right? I'll get him. Yes! I'm okay
They
now.
ought to be used to fights by now.
Hey, you do the order.
Get bent! Better put on a show for Yuki-chan. Don't miss! Bingo!
Wait for this.
Got
I
him!
can do this. Let's get him. Oh, this is all pretty freaky. I'll show you. Score!
Okay, what's the plan?
I'm gonna immediately use my.
Thanks, I can keep this thing moving. Get wrecked! That
Bit of an
do
overkill
it?
there.
Say your prayer.
Say your prayers. More sentry guns.
Back me up!
Focus. How's that? I got him! This isn't so hard. Jeez! Was that okay? Did you see that? So much for that kaiju.
Come on! Got him!
Cool.
That's it!
Confirmed termination of...
Yeah!
Some cooldown.
What can I do? Okay,
How do I...
what now?
Focus.
They ought to be used to fights by now. Okay, what now?
Let's get him.
Defensive mode active.
Score! I beat him.
Okay, what's the plan? Okay, let's do this.
What enemies? I don't see any enemies.
No fight I can't win.
Oh, there.
How's that? You're scrapped.
Warning. Daimo... Looks like...
They don't stand a chance.
There we go. There's our enemies.
That should be all of them.
Still not used to this thing.
Looks back.
Don't screw with me! Nice!
Stay calm. I can do this.
Gotcha!
Another leg spike.
Nailed it.
Let's turn this around. Let's do this.
Big ass laser.
Was that okay?
Was.
Got him.
Exactly what I wanted.
Are we winning?
Yeah, if you keep leg spiking.
Here goes. Bullseye. That's
Confirmed termination. Just 3.
As long as I can keep this, okay? What's the plan?
Your plan is to leg spike them.
Here you go! How's that?
You're good.
Confirmed termination of.
I have to focus.
Alright, let's rocket launcher.
Just watch. How's that? Got him.
What do I do?
Entry gun.
Lend us a hand.
I'll try.
Launch a blade on you.
Let's do this.
That's like the strongest move I have.
Take it.
And it's just the,
Confirmed termination.
the idea of a mech with a sword is really funny to me.
Isn't so hard. So, what's my next move?
It's the laser, but
Yeah. Score.
Man, we've got it rough.
I mean, I feel like you're having quite a pretty easy time with this.
Still. Nailed it. Confirmed.
Okay, let's do this.
Fuck.
Come on! Nice! Say your prayer.
Say your prayers.
Fights by now. No point
yeah.
overthinking it.
Sentinel
Okay.
number 10.
What now? No point
Confirmed
overthinking it.
termination of gladi.
I didn't really need to defend. Right, cool. I was massively overpowered for that one, wasn't I? But I've got my S,
Closure complete.
and that's what I wanted. So we've seen the story already, so I'm just going to skip through it.
That's the last of them, right?
And you'll notice the most damage was done by the guy who plonked down turrets. And that's why I plonked down turrets, because they're really, really, really strong. Even before I leveled them up, they were like, I suddenly noticed, hang on, he's getting loads of damage. Like, the people leg spiking are situationally destroying important targets. Don't get me wrong, they're needed. But those turrets, they pay for themselves. Okay, that's lovely. Before we go then, because I've got a bit of extra time, I'm going to be reading, going to be doing some analysis. Saskaba. Oh, because I couldn't be asked. Analysis. Now, mystery files. We have the Gladiator, first generation Sentinels from 2064 that were taken during the Kaiju invasion. They became deadly additions to the Kaiju forces, so it was thought. In actuality, to combat the Sentinels gaining power, these were newly developed Kaiju based on the construction data, or data if you prefer, of the first generation Sentinels. Their destructive power is still intact, but they even come equipped with composite ceramic armor. Despite being prototypes, it's all come together. These enemies come with the durability to withstand low power attacks. Oh, why did I have to do that twice to get that? Maybe I needed an S. The laboratory. The cybernetic organism. Try that again, John. The cybernetic organism development room in Shikishima Tech Lab 6. It is located 6 levels underground. In the year 2100, this was an experimental facility where everything but the brain was replaced by an artificial objects in the human body. Tetsuya Ida was developing a way to turn humans into androids. Although Sector 1 was destroyed by the Kaiju invasion in 2104, this laboratory remained unharmed since it was underground. Okay, maybe the sectors aren't different time periods. Maybe they just create a new... Instead of time traveling, they just they move everyone to a previous... Instead of time traveling, they build an entirely new area set in the past. we'll consider that later. Do the north building fire, shall we? It wasn't actually a fire, but someone trashing the girls' bathroom. Ever since this incident, Natsuno Minami stopped showing up at school. The destruction of the north building's girls' bathroom was the result of a battle between the Tomei Kisaragi android, who was after Minami, and Tamao Kurabe's android. This is also when the entity inside of the Kisaragi android and the Tamao android switched places. Oh god, that's not needlessly convoluted, is it? Anything else that's shiny? Seaside Vacation Song. The debut song of the new idol Miyuki Inaba. This single was pulled from the debut album M Control. Really? And sold as a flexi disc. With the successful low price sales strategy, the song sold like hotcakes, delicious hotcakes, which are famously sell well, of course, and gained tremendous support from middle schoolers and high schoolers. I do wonder whether, because I know there's a lot of films that inspired this game. Like, at first I was a bit nervous that I'm making the connections on my own, but no, like, deliberately this draws from films. But Dark City is kind of an obscure. Is it obscure? Like, because it came out the same year as The Matrix and had similar themes. And I know the cinematic version of Dark City was shit. Like, it was the extended edition, which made it so the twists are in the right correct places. Anyway, so Dark City specifically has the plot line of every night the suits, the men in black, they rewrite everyone's memories to try different scenarios out. But like specifically the plot point is of them on a giant spaceship, and you can't exit. You can never leave the city. Obviously that's in Truman's Show as well. Truman's Show is definitely going to be an obvious frame of reference. Like I never know what Western films Japanese people know, but obviously they know all the 80s ones because they reference them all the goddamn time. Like, obviously Japan knows about Terminator, and obviously they know about Matrix, but like Dark City, I do wonder. But it is a very good film to steal ideas off. Anyway, the reason I keep thinking about it is because it has, in the same way Truman Show has the imagery of sailing in water, and it's to keep him away, Dark City has the beach. Oh, we had a lovely time on the beach. You can't go to the beach because it's beyond the Dark Sea. But you break down the wall and you can find it, sort of thing. And I'm just reminded of that, to be honest. Second Graders magazine. That sounds... Let's unlock the notebook. Natsuno's Minami's large notebook that starts off with what follows is an investigative record of important memories in time and space. Why can't I say that word? Investigative record number 1. I finally encountered my destiny. He has arrived from outer space. An actual extraterrestrial being. In summary, whoa, aliens really do exist. Investigative record number 2. These advanced life forms have managed to conquer time and space itself. Who could have dreamed? Who? No one would have believed. Who could have dreamed that their technology had such capability? An actual gateway to time travel, right in Tokisaka Shrine. Investigative record number 3. He says he's looking for a robot called Sentinel number 17. Riding inside of it seems to enable him to fight against evil aliens. Okay. Anything else? Okay, you know... Front gate. The high school, the gate used by everyone affiliated with Sakura High School. If you face the campus, on the left side is the baseball field, and behind it is the athletics building. On the right is a new school building, and behind that is the old school building. Fourth generation Sentinels. These are the latest models of the Sentinels capable of flight thanks to their giant tilt rotors. The 4 Sentinels of this generation are number 20, 21, 22, and 23. They were made for the purpose of supporting other Sentinels. They got very long legs. The pilot of each of these Sentinels during the final battle was Shu Amaguchi in number 20, Yuki Takamiya in 21, Renya Goto in number 22, and Megumi Yakushiji in number 23. Sentinel. Giant robots that the boys and girls pilot to fight against the kaiju. The Sentinels are made to be piloted through mental commands. Furthermore, by linking the nanomachines within the pilot's brain to the Sentinels' information is sent directly to the brain in a voice that sounds like the pilot's own. Isn't that interesting? Doesn't that remind us of a plot point that literally just happened? They were designed by Tsukasa Okino and manufactured in the automated factory. Due to the effects of DD-426, pilots who enter their Sentinels may suffer brain damage, lose memories, and in worst cases become mindless vegetables. Even being inside for a few minutes can be fatal. The Sentinels were ready for use after the 2104 Kaiju invasion. First time they were actually used in battle was 2064. Androids. Everybody loves good androids. It possesses a skeletal structure of a human. Reinforced titanium carbon nanotubes are masked with high-quality silicone skin, making it nearly indistinguishable in appearance from a real human. The battery inside allows it to operate for 120 years before it needs to be recharged. Magical gun. Bizarre-looking gun that Fluffy gives to Megumi Yakushiji. Whoever gets shot by this gun will have their short-term memories of the incident distorted. This magical gun is identical to the one used by the woman who looks like Ayori Fuyusaka at the end of Juro Kurabe's dream, in which he killed everyone. In 1976, Neji Ogata, who was 7 years old at the time, gets injected with nanomachines by Miss Morimura, the one considered to be the grown-up version of Fuyusaka. This is a crucial step in preparing the Sentinels. See what I mean? An apparatus that uses compressed air to inject miniature capsules of nanomachines into humans' body is known as a syringe gun. No, I think you're fine. It's a magical gun. It says at the top, and how dare you even imply otherwise? Kyuta Shiba. Oh my word, yes, of course. Kyuta Shiba is Juro Kurabe's childhood friend, who also was into sci-fi and special effects films. He's the life of the party. I love how knowing knowledge about him recontextualizes his picture. It's just him holding the tape, but now he's levitating it, right? Because he's just like casually tossing about. But like, that's good. That's really good use of that picture. He's easy to get along with, and is always making jokes. He seems to have a mysterious power. I don't remember him saying that. An artificial personality 48Q that only Kurabe is able to see. Shiba claims that he is Juro Izumi, and that his memories are already inside Kurabe's head. But nobody could corroborate that story. In Japan, 48Q is a play on words of Shiba's name. 4 can be read as she, 8 can be read as Hachi, and Q sound similar. Ha sounds can also be turned into a ba due to the usage of diacritic marks called dakuten. With this, she, ba, Q makes 48Q. QTA CBA is also a play on his name. Q plus ta can be read as Kyuta. C plus ba is Shiba. Combining them creates a reading close to his full name. Ooh, somebody was really proud of their pun, wasn't they? It's the best pun ever, and I'm gonna make sure you understand it. This is coming from the person who keeps saying corroborate. Fine. I think that's all of them. No, it is not. Sekigahara is a boy from another dimension, who suffers from memory loss. When he wakes up, he finds the corpse of Chihiro Morimura beside him, but has no recollection of knowing her. To make matters worse, he's being chased relentlessly by the man in black. He finds a message from his past self telling him to escape this world. He comes from the distant future, the year 2000. And 65. Sekigahara lost his memories due to the effects of the code called DD-426. And finally, Juro Kurabe is a 16-year-old boy from Sakura High School. He loves B-movies and enjoys watching kaiju videos every night. While soft-spoken and good-natured, he feels something off about his everyday life, and one day finds himself summoning a giant robot for real. During the Battle of 2025, he sustained brain damage and was nearly reduced to an empty husk. To prevent this outcome, Morimura created a new personality, Juro Kurabe, and implanted it in him. Kurabe's memories are being manipulated by Kyuta Shiba through videotapes, but Shiba is quick to wipe his memories whenever he gets too close to the truth. Right. With that, despite the fact that I have loads of lurkers, it's always a shame to let people go when they're actually watching. But this goes to show if I stream during workday, it goes quite well. Unfortunately, I tend to have to work during workday, but I do have the next couple of days off, so we'll see. Although I will be playing near Automata. No, I won't. I'll be playing near Replicant, won't I? Which all the really famous big people will be playing as well. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that late and during the day do more interesting stuff. Anyway, I've been John Proxy. You've been watching me on the John Proxy Twitch channel. Lurkers you have. The archaeologists probably been watching me in the future on my YouTube channel, otherwise known as Proximity, which you are now leaving. Thank you for watching. Oh, hang on, I've got a thing I can press, can't I, with a snail? Yes, a little thank you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next. Hang on, I'll press the button.